All in favor?
Tim Taylor, aye.
Ken, aye.
Esco, aye.
Wills, aye.
Cherokee aye.
That it? Motion carried. As relates to item 7, authorize and approve the transfer of $55,811.75 from the general fund to the fire rebate fund. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Do we have a second? All in favor?
I'm ready. Yeah, the, fire rebate, fund, is Chief Pierce here? Can you come forward, Chief, and give us a brief, at least bring it to my understanding? I think I may be the only one here that doesn't know what's going on.
Oh, he's already
I thought
got, he did it
so.
on yesterday, he was here.
He did it yesterday.
Oh, I must have been out.
Yeah.
Okay, all
I
right.
think he just stepped out of
It's,
it.
it's,
The
it's
rebate fund.
it's also by the state of Mississippi.
Yeah.
That he has to show proof of buying equipment, and we have to send all the receipts and stuff back to the state, and they reimburse us every year, but it has to be put in a separate fund that it should have been done. This is not the first time, but this is the first time we've ever put it in a separate fund like it's supposed to.
Okay.
All in favor?
Tim Taylor, aye.
Brown, aye.
Ken, aye.
Cherokee aye.
Wills, aye.
Esco, aye.
Motion carried. As relates to item 8, authorize and approve resolution approving Crawley Emergency Services Consulting LLC as a designated Mississippi Emergency Management Agency, MEMA, applicant agency for the MEMA Public Assistance Program and the following attached forms: FFATA, reporting forms, designation of applicant agent for public assistance, and state local disaster agreement. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Tim Taylor, aye.
Brown, aye.
What do you say?
I was talking to Brad.
Wills, aye.
Cherokee aye.
Esco, aye.
Motion carried. As relates to item 9. Okay. This is the demolition.
We gotta take this one.
We're here for public hearing on item 9 through 13. We're beginning with item 9, Mr. Smith.
Yes, sir. This is about, 503 Canton Street, which shows the name is Deonta Green. Is Mr. Green present? Yes. Yes, sir.
This is on 503 Canton Street.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the situation?
It was determined by one of our code enforcement officers that the property, appeared to be in dilapidated shape and was deemed worthy of being demolished.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I plan on renovating the property.
And, how long had it been in a demolished state, a demolition state?
It was just noticed by our code enforcement officer about a month and a half ago.
Okay. Did this go through environmental court?
No, sir.
Did it not, special zoning?
It's through the process of this board.
Is the property salvageable? Is it habitable? Rehabitable? Rehabilitated?
Yes.
Be fixed up?
Is that the only picture we have that close to that? We don't have one from
That
farther?
is the one I have, yes.
Is it in the package, Mr. Smith?
Yesterday's package.
Yesterday.
It was.
Could you just,
Because at least, what's the,
That's
let
Karen.
me, oh, you have it?
I mean, just from the up close picture, it looks like
Yeah.
it's rehabbing.
Yeah, it better could be saved. I mean.
Let me see it.
What was the issue with it?
Cameron Street, let me find.
Yeah.
The question, Mr. Jimmy Smith, is what is the issue here as it relates to, one, structural damage, electrical damage, plumbing damage, roof damage?
as I said before, it was identified by one of our code enforcement officers as something worthy of demolition.
I understand that worthy of demolition. I guess my question is, what makes it worthy?
Yeah.
Is it structural damage, is it roof damage,
Just
is
look
it
at the
electrical
iPhone.
damage, is it plumbing damage?
You still
Looks
live-
like
you
it's
still live
structural damage,
So what-
to
You
me.
don't wanna live there?
I believe,
I
that
know
would be
it's,
correct. I
I'm
believe it will be.
renovating it.
Solid
Sorry?
structural, I think it will be structural damage.
Structural damage. That's all I was asking. I'm sorry, what's your first name, sir?
Deontay,
Deontay?
yes, sir.
And your last name?
Green.
Green, okay. And so what you're gonna do with this is rehabilitate it?
Yes, sir.
And you asking for how much time to rehabilitate it?
I'm not sure, I haven't got, since the pandemic, contractor has been, pushed behind, so, I'm trying to get it done as fast as I can.
You do constructional work yourself,
No, sir,
or you have someone to do it?
I'm gonna get someone to do it.
This board is gonna ask you for a timeline. You need to kinda tell them how much time you need. Watch the six
I mean,
fingers
I'm
of
gonna
all
get
the hotels.
started on within 6
I was trying to tell him.
Mr. Gray,
All right.
watch the six fingers of Alderman Pell and the five fingers, one finger.
Well, is that you or is that Yoki over there?
Who ward is that?
It's, behind,
It's
behind the
blue.
co-op.
I answer calls
Okay.
either one, cause we're right there together.
So-
But I have one question, Mayor.
Go ahead.
Mr. Smith, how long has this piece of property been, well, Mr. Smith, you know, how long has this property been vacant? Do you know,
I don't know, I do not know, sir.
any utilities on there at this time?
I don't know that, Mr. Green.
Mr. Green, any utilities on at this,
No, sir, no, sir.
how long has it been without utilities on?
I've purchased the property in last December.
Last when?
December.
Was it dilapidated when you
Man.
purchased it?
Was it what?
Was it run down when you purchased it?
I mean, it was just.
Have you lived in it?
No, I haven't.
So you haven't done anything with it since you purchased?
I cleaned the inside out of it.
I got you.
But it looked like then the way it looked today?
No.
Someone's cooked out on the porch.
So what now?
I said, someone cooked out on the porch.
Yeah, that's my grill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess the
just cleaning up
point is-
taking the yard and stuff. you know.
6 months, no need to prolong.
I don't, yeah, I think we need to give them some time. That's not one of the, that's, you know, worst case on that house there, it looks like one that we talked about where we end up taking it over or something and
Right.
fix it up, but doesn't look like one that we would tear down.
Yeah.
Is the roof in decent shape right now?
It need a roof.
Okay.
So 503 Canton Street, exactly where is this?
It's right there by the store there.
Yeah,
By Chester's old store?
Chester's old store.
Is it right next door to it?
right, that, what is it, the yellow,
Oh,
yeah,
right, we talking about.
The what now?
Building is-
I'm sorry.
It's right there in that same area, right behind that old Cameron Street School.
Right.
Right there.
Up in that little alley
No, not in the alley, on Cameron Street.
on Main Street?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess the issue here is it the opinion of the board that this gentleman should be given 6 months to respond, to repair?
You think he can bring it up in 6 months?
I mean, I'm gonna start on it, I'm not sure if I'll finish all of it, but, I mean.
Progress.
major
But at
thing-
least we can
major
see
thing.
progress.
Right. Okay, yeah, yes, sir.
A good faith effort.
Right.
They don't get the grill off the porch.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, if you come back in 6 months and it's the exact same picture, then, you know, we're not gonna give you another 6 months.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
Okay.
Okay, what is the pleasure of this board?
Yeah, let's, motion give, Mr. Green six months to.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that
All
motion.
in favor?
Let's go out.
Tim Taylor, aye.
Pen, aye.
Well,
Yoki, aye.
Unanimous.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Gray.
Mayor, the clerk is making a note that the public hearing began at 4:54.
Oh,
Mr. Green,
That's okay.
Mr. Smith, you gotta get a building permit to go ahead and start this process?
Yes, that is correct. You have to get a building permit from our office.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Item 10,
No, yeah, who we got next?
Next item is
328.
for 328 North West Street. In the name of Catherine Chambers, somebody from this Chambers family present?
Is that 6 or 5?
Northwest Street. No one's here?
So that went up to the 502, and then you did a call, and nobody was here. So you did nothing.
You may wanna speak on Northwest Street.
No one is here? Let's move to the next step. Whatever the board wants to do. You gotta
I will say that I did talk with Ms. Chambers' family a long time back, and they, agree that it's in bad shape and would like to see it torn down.
You wanna do what now?
See it torn down.
The family would like to see it torn down.
Okay,
Sounds like a bill.
give me a motion.
Motion.
Give me a second.
Second.
All in favor?
I have unreadiness. Ms.
So
Smith,
then Brandon is back, Alderman Taylor.
whose ward is that in? Cause I'm trying to think.
On West Street.
I'm not
Really,
sure.
one is
Well,
1 is 5 and 1 is 6?
yeah, we split, the street split
The
this
street
ward.
is split.
Yeah, so I'm trying to see.
If you turn to the right, it'll be 5, going down there where Kennewayn Jones' mama stays.
It's,
But over there where Miss Blackman stays, that's what.
Got the blue post and stuff on it?
Alright.
No.
Ms. Gilkey was seconded.
All in favor? Alderman Taylor had
Yeah,
unread.
Unread.
Yeah,
I think this next to the Meriwether lot.
Meriwether?
Yeah, the Meriwether lot that was,
I guess they can't get in up front.
the middle.
Okay, I'll go down there now, I can go down there.
Oh, what?
It's almost in front of where the Williams family
Don't we
stayed.
get mad at us?
Oh, it's in front of the Williams family?
Well, kinda like down on the other side of the elders, where the elders stayed at.
On that side?
Yes, it's right up in there.
That's what,
Yeah, that's gonna be on opposite, yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
that's it.
opposite of you.
Okay,
That's what I was saying, Ms. Gilkey seconded the motion.
okay.
All in favor?
Let's go,
Aye.
Well,
Tim Taylor,
Gilkey, aye.
Motion carried. As relates to item 12, Mr. Smith,
Yes, sir.
367 Northwest
11.
Main.
718 West Lee Street.
Wesley.
In the name of Sherry Ollie, was Ollie present?
Who are you guys?
We're on number 11.
11.
Oh, okay.
So that's right down.
Yeah, 718. I'm sorry, 718, she just pardon me.
What's that address?
718.
718 West Lee.
It's burned out.
If I may speak to that, Mayor Truly.
Yes, sir.
I think on last week, that house was, torn down. I think, Miss Ollie and, Mr. Cotton got together, and I think it's all been taken care of. So, if you ride by there, you'll see that's a completely clean slate.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause he did come in and get a permit for this item on there.
Okay.
So
What-
no
so-
action taken.
So no action on
No
11.
action.
Yeah.
Okay. On item 12, authorize and approve of public hearing for the demolition and cleanup of parcel number 367 Northwest Street and the part of the section 21-1911. Who is this, Mr. Smith?
Yes, sir. It says this property is in the name of Willie Mae Henderson. Is anybody here to speak on this?
Northwest Street.
Is Willie Mae Henderson?
That was probably in the Chicago, right.
No one is here?
Willie Henderson, you said?
Willie Mae.
Willie Mae Henderson.
What is the pleasure of this board?
Which side of the street is it on 5 and Ward 5 or 6?
Looks like 6.
Is that roof,
I'm not sure.
is that burnt or mold or?
It's just a bad picture.
Just a
Dark.
the picture.
You seen it?
No, I haven't.
Look like a tree.
I mean, looks-
I don't know.
That's another one, it looks like it's.
Caught a fire.
Alright, is there?
Oh, the inside.
When, no, I think what they going on was, it was an abandoned house, and it was an electrical fire, I believe.
Okay.
Somebody was staying at the house, it was more like what
That's
was
Ward 5, I know what it is.
George Washington Drive, than it is back the other way, on the right hand side. Some of that area, I believe, but this is the same one. He said,
We're gonna take the picture. From Alderman Taylor.
Well, let me make this request, until I find out what's going on with it, who owns it, and I hope, as we go forward with these types of things, and I've asked this on a number of occasions, when we have abandoned places, if we can be notified as to who they are, that'll give us a better idea to go and talk to whomever we need to talk to. And at this particular point, nothing has been notified, not through ward representation. So if we can delay the process on this until the next meeting, then I'll come back with more of, an answer before we go in and demolish it.
No action.
No action.
Item 13, authorizing approval of public hearing for the demolition and cleanup, 231 Richard Circle.
It's time to be noticed again, so it won't be next meeting.
Yeah, okay.
It'll have to take a little while.
Yeah, we gotta run publication again.
Yeah, and just for, a note going forward, when we're gonna do these things, and demolish, there should be some correspondence or some communication with the alderman that's representing these wards. Nothing should come upon us. I know you all may have your things in process for 6 months, but we got a lot going on. So if we can be notified going forward as to what's going on and what action is going on, because when we're in our communities and we get asked these questions, I don't wanna look like a deer in the middle of the street, and headlights in my eyes. I would appreciate just the communication. If it's no more than a telephone call or a note on the desk when I come to the meetings. I'm accessible, you all have my phone numbers. Going forward, as we get into this new year, communication is gonna be the key. None of us should be left dumbfounded based on what's going on in the city. I don't know what the competition rate is, but we need to know. And I'm not fussing, I'm just putting out a request, okay?
We'll do.
And to that note, I definitely, like I said, would like to have an opportunity to speak with the owners of this property, because I didn't know it was on the demolition list, to see what is their, if they've been properly contacted, or they are aware of what's going on, to just get a better understanding, because I didn't know either that this was coming up.
Thank you. Is that it, Mr.
No,
Smith?
Yes, sir, that's it.
Okay. Item 14, consider approving the appeal of Dr. SSK.
What about, Richard?
Oh, we missed that.
Yeah, what about Richard Circle?
Oh,
There you
I
go.
thought that was.
You've been served. You've been served. Okay. Proceed.
No action.
Go ahead.
Richard Circle?
I thought.
Did we do Richard Circle?
Yeah, we did no action on Richard
Oh,
Circle.
okay.
Because Alderman Brown said that, you know,
He wanted that.
he wanted.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Reach out to him.
I know he was serving me.
But now he gave me a copy of what he served you,
Oh,
so.
okay. It may.
Mayor had to be in 10 times.
No action taken.
Oh, you know what?
What's that?
I guess everything being certified now. Now it's just- Oh,
He's
yeah.
done this before.
I think he's doing another.
Okay. Where are we, Alderman Brown?
14.
We're on the
I
consideration.
14.
This is, you say, you already had a public hearing, so we're out of it. The public hearing is closed, correct?
Sir?
Yeah, all public hearings are closed now.
We just here for a vote.
If you want.
What time did they close?
5:10.
I make a motion that the public hearing be closed, Mayor.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Let's go.
Opinion.
I'm sorry, I'm
We're
sorry.
just closing the public hearing.
Okay, Tim Taylor.
Brown.
But it's
All in favor?
Yeah, it's all, it's unanimous.
It was carried. Okay.
Motion, who's second?
I make the table second.
What to be closed? On item 14, consider approving the appeal of Dr. S.L. Fete from the decision of the zoning commission to deny his request on Monday, June 21st, 2021, for special exception for a convenience store, gas station, and restaurant on East Peach Street. The property is on C2, general commercial, and is located on the north side of East Peach Street between State Farm Center and Champion Auto Sales. The appeal was heard on August 3rd, 2021. The mayor and board of aldermen heard after Say's appeal, but no decision was made by the governing authority.
Well, due to the facts of the public, not in favor of it, and the zoning committee denying it, I wanna make a motion to not accept that, decision to allow him that privilege.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Let me just say that since the public hearing was already August 3rd, 2021, and you had the hearing, you should incorporate those minutes from the hearing into your decision today, since the hearing already took place and you just recessed it.
So just make that part of Alderman Brown's motion.
Yes.
To add those minutes from August 3rd into this. Okay.
There's been a motion and a, who did the second?
Penn.
All in favor?
Brown eye.
Penn, aye.
Tim Taylor,
Wells,
That's good.
Unanimously carried. As relates to item 15, discussion about 606 West Fulton Street. On September 21st, 2021, the Mayor and Board of Aldermen voted to give the owner, Edwin Cardona Lopez, 60 days to repair the house and adjudicated the matter. The 60-day time limit expired on November 20th, 2021. Now, on November 15th, 2021, Mr. Lopez did the property to Village Venture Invest, sold the property to Vintage Venture Improvements LLC. The new owner wishes for the city to demolish the property.
I was intending on discussing this yesterday, but I didn't have a chance to. The board did give, Mr. Lopez 60 days to make repairs. He had refused to do that. In 5 days prior to expiring, Vintage Venture Investments, purchased the property. I just have a question whether, whatever this board wishes to do, whether you want to proceed, if you wish to proceed with tearing it down, or how do we need to proceed from this point?
They said they wanted to demolish.
But this is a venture investment company, they can have that.
We're not in the business to tear down buildings.
No,
Yeah, just tearing it down.
That's like they trying to get a free.
Clean up,
Oh, yeah.
clean up.
Down pass up front.
The owner of Vintage Venture is Andre Smith, who's a police officer.
yeah.
So I just want everybody to be aware of that.
Still,
Well, he want us to tear it down.
still,
Okay.
he
No,
got.
we're not in the business to tear down property for anybody,
Right.
unless this goes through the public cleanup process.
And item 16 looks like we just have to, I mean,
So no action.
yeah,
16 has been done, husband.
yeah,
16 is no action.
No action.
so it's been done.
Yeah, it's dealing with,
I just brought it
Throwing
up,
down.
right, I just brought it up for last night to let everybody know that it happened.
So do we need to vote on 15, not to just tear, no action, or just no action?
That's what I would.
We're on item 17,
So nothing on 15 or 16?
we're on 15.
So 16, you said it's already been going out?
Yeah.
it's on Boyd Street, it's been done.
Okay,
Same action on that as well.
Yeah.
okay, no action.
So 7.
And on item 17, authorize and approve certificate of appropriateness for Jim Harfield for a new architectural single.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
That's good.
Wells,
Brown
Tim Taylor,
Motion carried. Item 18, discussion about a request from the Historic Preservation Commission to install no heavy trucks signs on East Central Street, East Fulton Street, and East Academy Street.
Again, that was a request that the commission made of me to bring that to the board. of Commissioners. I don't believe we have anybody from the commission in the audience, so.
They don't have a representative?
Sir?
You said they don't have a representative?
Not in the audience tonight, no.
Why would heavy trucks be on East Fulton?
The chicken poultry company.
Is that East Fulton? That's
West
West Fulton.
It's West Fulton.
East
The
Fulton.
problem is, we have all these trucks on Fulton, Peace, and Center still, you know, that go on to Sunpine, and that they go the wrong route,
Is that what it is?
yeah.
Cause East Academy runs right into Merrilock and Fulton into Hargon. I'm trying to figure out, they get way over there.
Well, that's the thing, they get there, they shouldn't be there.
Okay,
And when they get there, they get stuck, and they run over stop signs, and they run over yards, and
Power line.
tear up streets.
okay,
And there's no heavy truck signs put up nowhere
alright.
along that route?
Do we get a person, I mean,
It's the pleasure of the board.
It also should be like, no, that's not a truck route either.
Right.
No.
It should be no truck route signs.
Right.
yeah. I agree.
Yeah, that's the thing.
No
No heavy trucks,
truck, no truck route.
no truck route, yeah.
No truck.
Truck
Can,
route.
can the street department speak to that? Is there any heavy, any truck, no truck routes, signs anywhere?
No, that's, it's only just the opposite, truck route,
Okay.
it's nothing.
But what
any
did we
regular
put
street.
up whenever, what did we put up about 8 years ago, up and down?
Truck route, the
Okay.
truck route sign, the actual routing of the trucks is what they should follow.
But we
Kinda
put the
confusing.
truck with the slash,
You have the big X through
yeah,
it?
didn't we put it on each
Yeah.
end of the road?
I've
You
seen
can put
them,
that box truck.
Yeah,
up
yeah.
there
With
with
an
the
X in it, and then.
We did that,
means.
didn't
They know what that means.
Yes, well, we can, I mean, that can be placed out there, with on the circle, and a little X on it,
Yeah,
no trucks.
put a line through it,
They
yeah.
know
Right.
what that means.
Like I'm saying, we can add what we have on Peace to Center and Fulton and.
Okay, so that when they veer off either one of those streets, they'll know
Yeah.
that they're not, they shouldn't be on there.
I think that's what they're requesting.
That's what, yeah, it's just saying no heavy
Big
truck.
trucks, yeah.
Do we need a motion to that effect?
I mean, Public Works can do that on
Yes,
their own.
Yeah, I agree
It's the
with
same
what
thing.
Alderman Penn.
Yeah.
There won't be no problem for you all, right? Okay,
Thank you.
good deal.
Item 19, authorize and approve request for task order to Wagner Engineering for drainage on Central Street.
That's not,
Address should be provided.
it's two addresses that I'm gonna give, but I'm gonna have to give them to the engineers, it's only two addresses, so. But I wanted to get the task order. Just get them started with notifying them about the task order, and then we can go from there. And I'll give it to Clerk Brown to give them the addresses, to give them that.
We got a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Should I have a second?
I'll second
All in favor?
Brown, aye.
it. Tim Taylor,
That's right.
Penn,
Well,
Motion carried. Item 20, discussion on city employees' use of government buildings.
I think someone had that on there about multi-purpose.
Sir?
yes, that's, Mayor, that's concerning
Okay, that's right.
the use of the, multipurpose. Miss Lisa, Ward, she has made a request, is she still with us? Is Miss Lisa still here?
No, she's at that somewhere.
Cause it was not voted on, the attorney sent us all of the, information concerning, the use of governmental buildings and fees and things that we cannot do as a governmental entity. So I said, we need to make sure we get that addressed and answered, so the minutes will reflect whatever is decided on it. Is Ms. Lisa gone?
She's not in here.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, ma'am, please.
You trying to reach her?
Right.
Okay.
So that was it was a discussion, but we need to, decide, what we need to do with that tonight, so, we've already, she told me she's graduating and she wanted to use the facility, so we need to know how we're gonna handle it and what what it costs to use that facility.
So is the issue here, the issue is that we cannot make a donation, we cannot freely donate a public building for personal use?
Right, yes, sir.
Well,
Could we have reduced rate?
Nope, not for employees, you can't do it. I called the state auditor's office and asked them that too. Could we do like a reduced rate for employees? It has to be all the same across the
Same
board.
thing, okay.
Yeah, for everybody.
well, if that's the case, you don't really need police award here.
Because he said that could be an ethical issue as well, using your position for personal gain if you do that too.
Well, Mr. Davis is there, he can tell us what's the cost of the facility. What's the rental cost, Mr. Davis?
With security, it's $850.
Okay. With security, it's $850. Okay.
Because every time you have an event, that's gonna require using of the facility, you need to have some, security there for just not the building and for the parking lot. That's basically something you guys had put in the contract, and we just try to honor that part to do that.
Okay. Alright, so the rental cost of the building with security is $850.
The only way it can be donated is if it's in one of those donation statutes, and that's the only way.
What does that say?
Oh, the long list?
No, the short list.
It's not a short list.
Can you send us a copy of that?
Yeah, I sent y'all the memo, it's a memo, it's,
Okay. I'll take
it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18 statutes to donate.
It don't fit in any of those categories she's telling us.
Yeah, it doesn't fit in any of those categories, but it's 18 statutes where you can donate.
So, like I said, we just heard what it costs to rent.
Yeah.
If she wants to still rent the facility, it needs to be noted, that's what the fee is according to what, everyone else pays and be done with it.
And if I may, Mayor,
Yes, sir.
just echoing the, Parks and Recreation Director over there, he said on a number of occasions that, if we're gonna give it away, we should just continue to give it away. But if we're gonna look at this as, an opportunity to make money off the building, to take care of repairs in the future, we just can't start this onslaught of giving it away, because just as that announcement went out, maybe a month ago, we had about 8 people to call and say that they wanted to also get the building for free. Well, that's not, I don't think that was the purpose of it. I think, from speaking with Mr. Davis, it was, the building was built with a Jim Buck Ross grant, and it's there for us to do things with, to put money back into the community. So I hope that we don't get into the onslaught of giving things away when we shouldn't be. I know there's been some things, in the past month that we've given away to nonprofits. But, keep in mind, when we give the building to a nonprofit and they go in there and make a profit, that's a problem. And people look at that. And that gets the lights shown on this particular city in a very negative way. So I think if we, listen very carefully to the Parks and Rec director, I think we'll go in the right direction as to what we need to do to salvage money and to make that particular building a very productive building.
Let me ask you a question, if I may. What is the applicability of the law as it relates to the mayor and board of aldermen utilizing that facility?
If it's a city function,
Yeah.
like we've had our Christmas parties there, they've done Parks and Rec events there, as long as if it's a city function and it's spread
okay.
across the minutes as a city function, then we can utilize our own municipal building.
Very good. Okay, what is the pleasure of this board?
And Mayor, before you go forward, we do have the Parks and Rec director here. If he can summarize what's going forward as far as the building, what his vision is for this particular building, and how we can make money, I think, that would justify the means as we go toward the end. Will you speak to that, Mr. Davis?
I say good evening. Good evening. I think over the years, with nonprofit, been a problem with us. We give to certain groups, discounted. As Attorney Banks just stated then, there are several agencies that we need to just kind of
be consistent with. And it have created a problem, with certain groups, so, you know, but to help me out and try to rebound now with the insurance coming back, trying to fix all my problems right now, just be a little bit more consistent in who we give it to. I'm not, you know, I'm just finding out with Lisa's situation, but I'm just saying now, from now on, because, with Miss Amos just gave it to her, our daily bread, someone else got it early this month, you know, so that's where we create a problem of trying to give it to certain groups, everyone come to you guys, make sure if it's signed off by the mayor, the contract, every contract needs to be signed by someone, if it's a donation, however you decide to do it, let's make sure we go through the proper procedure of making it happen. I think I asked you guys, once you told me I was back over, that's how we need to handle it, but sometimes it gets crossed up, and I'm just trying to make it more clear, since you just asked me, just make sure we just keep it
Right.
straight on how it, because then when I have a staff meeting on Monday morning, I can tell my guys which direction, how we trying to maintain the facility. That's basically where I am now.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
As it relates to, what is the motion, Alderman West, as it relates to this matter?
Well, it was a discussion, but,
Oh, okay.
we need to make sure that, it's known to the staff and Ms. Champion that, the facility, for the use of it, go
The
to-
usual and customary cost.
The usual and customary
Okay.
cost, and Mr. Davis said that cost with security is $850.
Alright.
Can you guys get that in a memo also, you know, at least can I get that?
Let's get it in paper and put it out there for you,
Yeah.
to where you don't have to.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do that.
Let me ask you this,
Turn this, do that.
okay, was there any action taken on to allow her to receive it, without cost? Did we take
No.
an action?
No.
No.
Okay. So it was just implied?
Right.
It was
It was a request on her behalf.
Right.
We never voted on it.
Okay.
Right,
At the end of the day, nothing should happen out there without coming here anymore.
Right.
so that's
No,
what.
no donations, if it's gonna be donated, it has to come through here to get a donation.
Okay.
We just want to clarify, so it won't say, well, some people say silence, it gives consent.
Right.
And it'll look like, well, y'all don't say nothing. Which means that I
Clear,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
That's all I
implied
told
that
you,
you
yeah,
did.
I told us to bring it to the table, so everybody gets the same thing.
Right.
Alderman Taylor, will you give me a motion on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Brown eye.
Tim Taylor.
Well,
That's good.
Motion carries. The mayor will entertain a motion to go into determination of executive session.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Tim Taylor, aye.
Pen, aye.
That's good.
well,
Motion carries. The mayor will now entertain a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Second.